wants to think of their life as being turmoil. And somehow, even in the worst of times, deep down inside me, there was, the sounds of Bach and Mozart and an enormous serenity.
On this November night, Sara Davis Buechner celebrates the 25th anniversary of her New York City debut with a recital at Merkin Hall. But 25 years ago, Sara was David Buechner.
The arc of my life does very much mirror my own sense of the social and cultural changes that have happened in this country since I was a young child.
At the age of 3, David Buechner knew he wanted to be a musician and wasn't afraid of creative expression.
My grandmother made me a purple velvet jacket, and I insisted on wearing it to school. Very beaten up. But this was suburban working class Baltimore in the late 1960s. Look at that cherubic face there.
Then, at 17, he went to New York.
I'll never forget, you walked in with a briefcase and you sat down and played, and you had never seen the piece before. And everyone in the class, we all looked at each other, and it was like, we knew that we should all never become a pianist after hearing you. It was like so amazing.
After Juilliard, Mr. Buechner's career soared. He played 50 concerts a year.
I like David Buechner. I mean, that's me. So I liked him then. I still like him. I sometimes have a great deal of sympathy for him because I feel like, how long can you hold yourself in like this? I remember going to a therapist around that time in my life, and I said to that therapist, I feel like there is some sort of creature inside me holding on to my rib cage like it's a prison. Somewhere, around age 33, I began to say, what happens if I allow myself to feel that? Yes, I need to be female. I am female.
It was 1998. Even buying clothes was a challenge.
You'd go to this warehouse in the meatpacking district, which had no identification on it, and someone would come down in one of those old-style elevators and open it. And so you felt like you were going to jail. You felt ashamed of going in there, and I did. You start to take hormones, and you start to live part-time in the role. You're sort of actually bouncing between genders for a while. People see, people talk, rumors start.
She left Manhattan and moved to the Bronx, where she found greater acceptance in her daily life as Sara Buechner.
I once thought about trying to write a piano piece called Crossing the Concourse. It would be a very difficult piece with a lot of dodges and turns.
But in the classical music world, it was different.
My manager did call me in one day and he said, I don't know what's going on. I can't get you any work. People are saying terrible things about you. And he got me, I think, 2 concerts in 5 years.
She found work as a music teacher and all but disappeared from the public eye.
I came here a couple of years ago to buy nice wedding rings. There it is, shining. We're going to have it cleaned today.
Today she lives in Canada and is married to a woman she first met when she was still David.
We came in here without a thought. I mean, Alan has never asked me a single thing about, my personal life, my private life. He just says, I'm going to make you a great ring. Are they really? I didn't even really notice that.
When you have the tools, you can see all the dents in them.
Look at that.
And Sara comes to us so that we can remove those dents.
You can't remove those, can you?
I polish them down.
But in 2002, an old Juilliard classmate became her manager and helped put her back on stage.
Since I had never managed anyone, and I came in with 4 kids, like 6, 8, 10, and 12. I didn't have an office or anything. You were like, this is crazy.
Yeah, I didn't believe it, yeah.
And a quarter century after David Buechner's New York City debut, Sara Davis Buechner may finally have the life and career she began as a prodigy.
I'm very envious of the younger generation that, kids who identify as transgender from an early age because they get information I didn't have. Years ago, that concert was about proving myself. That was like saying, I can do this, validate me. Now it's kind of like, come, enjoy, celebrate, it's a party. Let's have a nice party.